It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Chiefs on Thursday night primetime.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it. Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Let's go! Let's go! 3rd and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A gain of 13 yards. First down, San Francisco. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And down inside the 15 he goes. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. George Kittle, a 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
He's going to look deep now for Landry. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Carter Landry, 38 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Nassib. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Going deep here for Landry. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll set up a throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Carter Landry Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Back to throw now on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. They set up the screen for Sermon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. He'll drop to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Let's go.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
First down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Let's go, come on.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's James Washington. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now a handoff, Sermon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's third and a yard. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Sermon now on first and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Chris Barnes there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can...
From the gun, Sermon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Back to Sermon on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running left is Sermon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
That's it.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. A give for Sermon running right. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. They give to Sermon out of the gun. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. Sermon pushes him over. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, Sermon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Niners are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game. The first